of the day. I'm wearing my torrid sequin skirt, this H&M top, and then my Jessica Lennon booties, and this is an old and this is an old Lane Bryant jacket. And then I have my Burlington earring because I can't seem to find the other one. I think it was left from Saturday night in Erica's car, so I texted her to please look for me. So it has been a struggle out here getting this photo because it's been rainy like for almost 2 weeks. I finally got a little bit of no rain, so we hurried and we took advantage of it to take a quick photo in this outfit. Now, I'm not sure where we're gonna go to now.
I don't know. About to go Christmas shopping.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay, let's go. So Jeff is about to go to bed for work, but I just had to show you guys what he looks like. He had to shave his beard. Well, he was gonna just trim his beard, but then he went a little too crazy. Well, more like I went a little too crazy because I was helping him trim it up and went way too low. So then we just ended up shaving off the whole thing. He looks so weird because I'm only used to him with a beard. Get ready, you guys. You look like you're freaking 18 years old.
This is what Bree said to me. You look like a toddler.
You do. You look very young. Legit.
It'll be back in a couple weeks.
I can't wait because you look weird. How do you feel without it?
Feels weird. Feels super cold.
Well, don't forget to put moisturizer on. Did you put some?
No.
Okay. Well, don't forget.
I'll forget.
Okay. Well, say goodnight to Vlogmas.
Alright, good night, Vlogmas. Merry Christmas Eve.
Night, baby.
Good night, my sweet love.
I'm gonna let Jeff go to bed. We just had dinner, did some tacos, Taco Monday. Love it any day. I want to decorate the cookies, but Jeff wants to do it too. So we're thinking we might do that tomorrow. I'm gonna chill for a little bit though, because like I don't know what I did to my knee, but I'm like having a hard time. My knee is tender and I don't know why, so I'm gonna chill for a little bit and then I'll be back with you guys a little bit later. So I haven't done a painting in a little while, so I thought it'd be fun to do a holiday painting, and I'm gonna do a wreath. Okay, so I'm gonna be using black to start with because I'm gonna make it look rustic. So back to my whatever's left on my brush, just making it look like wood grain. Go back over like a little wispiness just to kind of make it look not so perfect. I'm gonna need to get a new white. Feel some in there. I just don't know if it's gonna be all. Oh, this might be a fail right now. What is it with my holiday fails? Okay, good. I have another white. Looks watery too though. I've had this paint for a couple years. I don't know just how long does paint last. I bought all these paints at the same time because I went to one of those paint and like wine party things that you actually, has anyone ever been to one of those? We went to it for the first time actually right before Brie got engaged. I'll tell you her engagement story in 1 second, but after we went to that first paint night, I kind of became obsessed with painting. So I got all of this painting stuff. Well, I guess actually now it's been like 3 years, almost 4. This April will be 4. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, because Brie and James will be married for 2 years this summer. And they were engaged for like 2 years. Or almost 2 years, I think. Yeah. So it'll be 4 years this April. Oh gosh. Adding some white and stuff too, so it has some like different depths there. Back to Brie's engagement story. Basically, we had this plan for a couple months that me, Brie, and Erica were gonna go to Seattle to this paint and sip thing. I knew James was getting close to proposing because he talked to me about it. He'd had the ring, this was April, and he'd had the ring since like February. And I kind of thought he was gonna propose at Valentine's Day, but then he didn't want to do that because he's like, he was trying to think like what he wanted to do because he wanted to do something special, but also, you know, nothing too over the top. So like a good little mixture. He really wanted to propose at the Space Needle. And I was like, you know what, because they've already talked about being, you know, getting engaged and stuff. So Brie would have seen that coming a mile away if they would have just like suddenly went to the Space Needle one day, you know. So I was like, we're already gonna be in Seattle. And Erica never goes to Seattle really because she lives in Tacoma, which for those of you who don't live around here, it's about 45 to an hour away from Seattle. So she doesn't go there that often. and she loves photography. So I was like, I'll make the excuse, obviously put and have Erica in on it too, that Erica really wants to go to the Space Needle and take some photos because she never goes to Seattle. And then I said, you can meet us there. So we'll go to our paint class, like no big deal. And then afterwards, I can text you when we're like on our way and you can just be there already. So when she walks up, you know, you'll just be there. And he's like, okay, that sounds great. We figured that was like the best idea to surprise her, you know? So anyways, the day of comes and I'm like, you know, texting him and like getting worried that maybe something's gonna go wrong, but I'm like, it'll be fine, it's gonna be great. You just never know. Make the outline as best as I can, cause, whoa. And now I'm just gonna do some leaves, just wherever I see fit. And so anyways, then I'm texting him the day of and I'm like, hey, we're on our way. We just are leaving the painting party. He's like, okay, sounds good. I'm finding parking. And then I'm like, okay, cool. So we get there and I'm like, hey, we're here. Where are you? And because I don't see him anywhere. And I'm trying to like not be too conspicuous, like being like I'm looking around for somebody, you know, because like obviously that would be weird. Like what, who are you looking for, you know? And so like, oh, sorry, I had a hard time parking. So he's trying to find parking and I'm like trying to stall and I'm texting Erica, trying to do it on the sly, like, hey, he's having trouble parking, we need to stall. Okay, this is getting a little bit stressful here. But I was like, you know, it's all right, it's all good, no biggie, no big, we're good. But inside I'm kind of freaking out. And so Erica's taking pictures and we all had I should have said towards the beginning of the story is that we all had an 8 at that point. So right after we were done, we were gonna go eat dinner because we were all starving. So everybody was like, okay, we're gonna go take some pictures and we're gonna go eat. And so I'm trying to stall and Bree's like, okay, well, let's, you know, after Erica had taken photos for like, I'm not even exactly sure, to be honest, how long it was, but it felt like a half an hour, but it was probably more like 10 minutes. But 10 minutes is a good amount of time when you're just taking a few pictures of a Space Needle, you know? So she was kind of like, okay, Erica, you think you got it? You know, kind of like, can we go eat now? And she's like, yeah, I want to take a couple more. And James texted me, he's like, hey, I'm walking up. And I told him like where we were standing. He's like, okay, I'm coming over that way. And he's like, I'm coming from this direction. So I didn't want her to see him, you know, walking up, because then obviously as soon as she saw him, she would know something was up. So I was like, hey, let's take a picture. Me, you know, to Brie, I'm like, let's take a picture of the Space Needle. Erica, will you take a picture of me and Brie? And I'm like turning her so her back is to James and I see him coming around the corner. So I'm like, turn around. And then we're taking there and it seems like he's taking forever to get to where we were. So we're taking the picture, and we've taken at least 5 already. And Brie's like, okay, are we good now? Like, cause you know, we're having like a little photo shoot. And she's like, she's literally getting frustrated then because she's like, okay, I'm good with the photos now, you know? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, James, please hurry. And right when she was about to just turn around, he walked up, thankfully, boom, asked her. It was very cute, very sweet. It was like something out of the movies, honestly, I feel like, because people around, of course, were stopping and looking because it was really busy. It was spring, so in spring it's pretty busy around the Space Needle because there's a lot of tourists and stuff, so it was pretty busy there. It was just a perfect thing. It went off so perfectly with the few little hiccups, but overall it still went off so perfect. It's just funny because now when Brie ever tells the story, she's like, yeah, I was starting to get impatient. I was so hungry. And I was like, why are we taking a million photos by the Space Needle? Because we were just like, I just kept saying like, oh, let's take a couple more of like the same exact thing. And, you know, just like, it's just so funny how everything just worked out. But it worked out perfectly. I'm going to take a little bit of black and go down like the center of my leaves. So that was just hilarious. And I was like, oh my gosh, girl, you were stressing me out. I was trying to like make excuses for why I wanted to take 1,000 photos. I guess if someone tells you to take a bunch of photos and you're like, what the heck, just do it. You never know why. I think I'm ready to play around with some lighter colors now. But that's the one good thing actually about mixing colors, is then you get dimension in your painting already anyways. bit of white just to give me a little more dimension now throughout. Now I got my leaves, and now I'm gonna take some brown and I'm gonna add some branches. And I'm not gonna put branches every single spot, but I need to go back over this one because that did not come out as dark as I would have wanted it to. Yeah, I definitely think it's time for new paint because I noticed the paint's not spraying around as good as it used to. Thin brush I can find. That one maybe, that one's pretty thin. And just pat right down to make it look like those little guys. Okay, cute! That made me way too excited, but I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous how that was gonna go for a second there. Okay, good. I just mixed a little bit of brown and a little bit of green to still give like kind of that woodsy feel that you would want. Let's do a couple different lengths too, like a little guy right in there. Do a littler guy right here. This is actually like super fun too, because it's just like boop boop, easy peasy. This is probably my favorite part of the painting so far, honestly. Just because I feel like it turned out so cute, like right off the bat. Like I'm not even questioning at all if it looks cute, because I'm already like, yep, it looks cute. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's really making it right there, see? Okay. Excited. I'm gonna add a big one, I think, maybe, right here. I'm gonna add a little bit of this motion to the leaves as well, because I just really like the way that it adds the texture. Just adding even more dimension to them. Oh, you can't really see my line that I created. It just kind of blurs together. The reef itself, I'm gonna do that same motion. See that branch, I just added some white to it as well, just to kind of give it some more dimensions for the light to kind of hit it. Just looks nice. Then you can see the dimension of it all. It gives us more definition or dimension. We're gonna add the little holly berries. Holly berries, not so bright red. Okay, well, here we go. Yep, I'm adding the smallest bit of bright red and just going in little circular motions inside the berry. just to give further dimension. So here is the finished product. I am pretty happy with it. I think the wooden door, pretty good for my first attempt. I think I could have probably done a little bit better job, but you know, I am pretty happy with the wreath, honestly. I think the wreath is very cute. The holly I think turned out pretty good, but I'm loving the leaves and the branch. I think all of that really turned out cute, and I think I'm gonna have to put it part of my holiday decor, because why not? I was about to write a message in the middle like happy holidays, Merry Christmas, something, but I'm like, you know what, my handwriting is not very good, especially in painting, so I'm just gonna leave it be. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed following along with me. If you did, please let me know. If you're going to, please let me know. Nice to paint, just kind of like relax. I like painting is very relaxing, especially when you aren't a stickler. For me, I think it's fun, so I don't care if it's not necessarily perfect. I just enjoy it. Of course, I love improving, like, you know, adding dimensions and adding colors. Like, those are all improvements, and I know I can just keep improving, so that part's exciting. But I just enjoy it, even if it's not the perfect painting. I feel like every time you learn something new, just like with anything that you do. So tomorrow's video, you'll be seeing what we did for Christmas Eve, and then I will show Christmas Day on the 26th. So still got a couple more Vlogmases left. So here I am in editing mode, but I just had to come back on here and tell you guys I watched the Cinderella story, A Christmas Wish, and although it was corny, I still fully enjoyed it. And I'm almost done with Christmas in the Heartland, which I'm also enjoying. It's kind of like Parent Trap, but good nonetheless. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And remember to just be you, and have a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.